Joining us now on the program is one of the many artists that you'll see at this year's Orchard Lake Fine Art Show, happening July 30th and 31st on Powers and Daly Road in the heart of West Bloomfield Township. Nicole Collins is a jewelry artist from Lake Orion and joins us now on the Megacast. Nicole, thanks for being with us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate having you on. So you are a jewelry artist. You're from Lake Orion. When did you get into this form of art, and what about jewelry piques your interest?
Yeah, so I've been a jewelry maker for the last several years, and back in 2020, I received my business degree, and I, before that, took a couple of jewelry smith courses, and I was making metal work, and I realized that the pieces I was making, they were heavy and they weren't exactly what I was liking. And I had an entrepreneur spirit where I really wanted to do a jewelry business, but I wasn't exactly liking what I was creating. And then when I graduated, I found polymer clay, the world of the clay world. And I decided I'm going to combine my business degree with my passion for jewelry making. And that's where Hints of Nature was started. And I've been jewelry making, like I said, for the last several years. So I picked up polymer clay pretty fast, and I just enjoy every process to it. And my real passion with it too is combining preservation of flowers with the clay and creating wearable art and timeless art using flowers.
So take us through a little bit of your design process, Nicole. Where do you start, and what inspires you in creating this jewelry?
Yeah, nature. So it goes with the name, Hints of Nature. Nature is where all the inspiration starts. There's many different techniques you can apply with clay, but when I say I'm inspired by nature, each collection is going to be inspired by some aspect, whether that be a coastal collection or floral, which, as I mentioned already, is where my heart really is at within the floral collections. And it can go anywhere from floral to, plant inspired and so forth. So that's really where the inspiration starts. And then I can form the clay with my own colors that I've mixed. And then we apply a different technique as I'm inspired.
So what about flowers specifically is such an inspiration for you? Is it just the variety of the colors? Is it the design and how that fits in the jewelry you're making?
Yeah, the flowers really, so I have a saying, it's where flowers bloom, so does hope. So I really feel flowers are an inspirational impact for many, and I find them to be very therapeutic when I work with them. So when I create art with them, I feel I am saving them, and instead of you just throwing out your bouquet, they're going into timeless art. And I love, inspiring using them.
We're joined by Nicole Collins. She is a jewelry artist located in Lake Orion. You'll see her in West Bloomfield at the end of this month, July 30th and 31st at the Orchard Lake Fine Art Show in the heart of West Bloomfield Township. More information on the Orchard Lake Fine Art Show can be found on hotworks.org. You can learn more about Nicole's company by visiting hintsofnatureco.com. That's hintsofnatureco.com for more information on all of her different forms of jewelry. And so you make a variety, as I just said, of different forms of jewelry. Take us through some of the products that you make and what goes into making them.
Yeah, for sure. So as I mentioned, everything's formed with polymer clay. Polymer clay is a very lightweight, durable medium. And we started with earrings, and then it moved into necklaces. Hair clips were by request. And then from there, I just kept going to shows and getting more and more requests. So it moved into doing decor items like ring dishes and catch-all trays like trinket trays, and doing custom orders. It moved into some wall art. So yeah, we've expanded our horizons with it.
Nicole Collins joins us on the Megacast. She is a jewelry artist from Lake Orion. You'll see her at this year's Orchard Lake Fine Art Show that's happening July 30th and 31st, Saturday the 30th, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., Sunday the 31st, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. In West Bloomfield. That's just off of Orchard Lake Road on Powers and Daly Road heading south toward M10. Again, July 30th and 31st, hotworks.org for more information on all the artists you'll find at this year's Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. Nicole, as you're making each of these different forms of art, how do you set them apart from traditional jewelry or the average jewelry that someone's going to find in a local store or local mall?
That's a great question. So when I started doing polymer clay, I realized there's a lot of people within the world of clay, just like with paint or any type of medium. And I found that being nature inspired, we all share love for nature. And that's where I feel at each show I go to, when people find floral within my art, they light up. And I love seeing that. And I find that's really where my niche is, where you're preserving life into art. And I feel it really resonates within everyone.
So how do you do the preservation portion of that?
Yeah, they all actually start within a flower press. So it all starts in a 1970s flower press. It's when they really originated, I believe. And the flowers go in there when they're fresh, wait a couple weeks. Each flower can vary for time to time, and then they come out as a pressed flower ready to be used.
So each flower, Nicole, has its basic features that you'll find in every individual one. However, much like every other living thing on Earth, a flower has its own unique physical features and other features as well. How do you incorporate that into your art?
Yeah, I feel the flowers that I use into my art are more delicate in nature. I don't use larger flowers in my jewelry. So I believe like baby's breath and daisies really capture well within my art. So those are the ones that I try to use. And I feel like those come out well.
More information on Nicole's art can be found on hintsofnatureco.com. It's hintsofnatureco.com for more information. You can also see her at this year's Orchard Lake Fine Art Show, July 30th and 31st in the heart of West Bloomfield Township, just off of Orchard Lake Road on Powers and Daly Road, heading south toward M10. July 30th, that's a Saturday, 10 to 6, and Sunday, July 31st, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Plenty of parking will be available in the back lot of the West Bloomfield Beaumont Medical Center on Orchard Lake Road as well. Again, hintsofnatureco.com is Nicole's website. hintsofnatureco.com is her website. So Nicole, is jewelry making, is this a full-time gig for you, or is this something that you do on the side, something that is supplemental?
I call it my 5 to 10 job, my 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. I work full time for Oakland County property tax assessing by day, and then my evenings are spent working on jewelry and prepping for shows and putting together orders and such.
So talk us through the preparation for art shows like Orchard Lake. What do you as an artist go through as you are preparing to go to this show and hopefully sell a lot of your art, or at the very least have a lot of interaction with your art from art lovers in the local area?
Yeah, so I generally forecasting off of previous shows I've gone to and just trying to go off of past show experience to create art for those, as far as how many to make. And for preparation, I basically spend all the weeks prior to the show working on pieces. And as you can see behind me, I have a lot of inventory building up right now for the next show. So I am working just about every day on pieces. It's my preparation.
Yeah, you mentioned you have some of those pieces nearby. Do you have any that you would be able to show?
Yeah, for sure. I can pinpoint some of my most popular, so we can not catch too much of a glare on these. These are going to be the Zaras. This is the pressed flower. This is using baby's breath with our most popular color. My most favorites, the chic blue, and then I have that in the Azora style as well. It's one of my most favorites, and really other seem to love as well. And then here's another piece as well. That's showing the earring styles. Show one more real quick too. Here's a hair clip using daisies.
See all these pieces on our archive of this interview on civiccentertv.com by clicking on our Megacast link. That'll be there mid to late afternoon today for those listening. If you are listening on the radio on 89.3 Lakes FM or on 88.1 FM, the Biff in Bloomfield Hills, you can see this on our website, civiccentertv.com, or watch the Oakland County Megacast as well on My Michigan TV. We're joined by Nicole Collins. She is a jewelry artist from Lake Orion, joining us on the Oakland County Megacast. Nicole, is this your first time this year at the Orchard Lake Fine Art Show? Are you coming back this year?
Yep, it'll be my first time this year.
What attracted you to this art show?
Well, from August to December of last year, I did almost 10 shows. So I feel like I got a lot under my belt from that time frame from being a newer business. And once I heard of Orchard Lake Fine Art Show, I was drawn immediately to it with having the fine art to it. I just wanted my art to really be appreciated in that type of environment. So that's what drew me to it naturally.
More information on hintsofnatureco.com. That's hintsofnatureco.com. We're joined by Nicole Collins from Hints of Nature, and she'll be at this year's Orchard Lake Fine Art Show, July 30th and 31st in West Bloomfield. Nicole, just before we let you go, anything else that would be important for our audience to keep in mind about your art before they see you at this year's Orchard Lake Fine Art Show?
I hope that we get to see you at the show coming up at the end of July, and I hope that my nature-inspired art uplifts and encourages you to embrace your natural beauty.
Nicole, thank you very much for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.